Carrie, why are you playing with toys again?
Well, our first myth that we're going to supersize is a special request from the fan site. It's jet taxi.
Ah, I love that one.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's where the taxi driver in Rio de Janeiro ignores a red light on a road running behind the airport. And the reason the light's red is because there's a jet that's about to take off. He jams it, the jet takes off, and the taxi takes a tumble.
This headlining story reportedly happened in Rio. Will driving too close to a plane really cause some serious taxi turbulence? Years back, Adam and Jamie tried out this cab cliffhanger. The boys had a taxi and a plane all set for takeoff, but at the last minute, their flight permission was canceled.
So we got a yes yesterday and a no today. It's just like, ugh.
But now, things are looking up.
It's taken us 2 years to research, and we found a freight company who are willing to let us use our planes.
It's not just any plane. It's one of the largest passenger aircraft flying in the sky today. A jumbo jet, a 747.
Awesome. Talk about supersize.
With their bags packed, our group of X-Men fly out to the Wolverine State, also known as Michigan. And upon landing, it's plain to see that they've come to the right place.
Last time we did jet taxi, we weren't able to flip a taxi. Why? Because we didn't have a jet. But now we do. Kalitta Air, an international cargo company, has agreed to let us use one of theirs. I can't wait!
Weighing in at over 700,000 pounds, measuring almost 250 feet nose to tail, and costing more than $60 million. This is the definition of supersized. And someone's letting the Mythbusters borrow one?
I love you, man! I love you!
Maybe they should reconsider. A jet engine sucks air in at the front with a fan. A series of blades in the compressor then raises the pressure of the air. This pressurized air is then sprayed with fuel and lit. The burning gases expand and blast out the back. But will this blast be enough to capsize a cab? Before they try to induce any 747 360s, the Mythbusters need to pimp their ride.
That's a good job, kid. Here you go. Here's $1. Go play.
Once it's clean as a whistle, it's time to get down and dirty with some authentic taxi cab yellow. Shortly followed by a Mythbusters-inspired logo. And, of course, the obligatory taxi sign.
Now that's a taxi cab.
All right, now it's really a taxi.
You know, they have vehicles here that'll push this. Really?
Finally, David, the smash cab, is ready to be pushed into position.
Boys, put your back into it.
Shortly followed by Goliath, the plane.
Look at the size of these engines! There's no way that a cab is gonna stand up next to these! It's crazy!
Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's almost chocks away for supersized jet taxi. Your friendly Mythbusters flight crew is about to find out if a taxi got caught behind a jet as it's about to take off, would it be blown into oblivion? Tori directs the colossal 747 into the blast zone on an abandoned section of runway.
Fetch! Get it!
But first, a word from your captain.
So, Philip, you're going to be operating the plane for us.
Yes.
This is really a treat to be up here and to get to see this in person. There's just way more buttons than I expected. So how does a 747 compare to other planes?
This one here has 7R4 G2 engines on it, which produce about 54,000 pounds of thrust each.
Wow. So by now I'm sure you're aware of the myth that a taxi crossed the jet blast and blew away.
Yes.
In your opinion?
With my experience on the airplane and running engines, I feel that it's possible.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot wait to see this myself.
Well, Carrie, that makes two of us. Back at ground zero, the taxi has been positioned 100 feet behind the plane. So, what's the plan?
Do I look excited? Well, I am. We're ready to test the jet taxi myth, and this is the setup. We got our 747 in position. We got our taxi in place. We got our breakaway line attached to our cable, which is attached to our tow truck. Now all we need to do is have the captain fire up these engines, have the tow truck pull the taxi cab through the jet blast, and hopefully we'll flip this cab.
And of course, our taxi will be driven by the ever unfortunate Buster.
Keep the change. Good luck, buddy.
Any last thoughts from our hero driver?
Adam, I am your father.
Ooh, interesting.
We're finally here, the real thing. Wish Jamie and Adam could be here.
I know, you can't beat a real 747. We're towing a taxi right behind it.
Dude, I still can't believe they let us play with the 747.
We're gonna turn a taxi into a tumbleweed.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead and fire up the engine.
Ready to fire up the engines, Roger.
In the cockpit, pilot Philip fires up the plane.
Engine stable.
Roll back.
Auto cutout.
All parameters check.
Roger.
With Buster having a career crisis,
I wonder if Mike Rowe is hiring.
Philip puts the throttle to the metal. The jump in volume is immense as the engines scream at full power. Time to hail our cab. It's now or never for the taxi. Will it flip or will this myth flop?
That taxi hit the jet blast. The hood just ripped off. Then the taxi, it looked like it exploded, pulled off, and the entire thing flipped end over end as if it was a playing card in the wind.
The force was so great that our in-car camera was busted the moment the taxi hit the stream. This kind of reckless driving is going to do nothing to enhance the reputation of cab drivers. But it does confirm the myth. A result that's left the car...
That is incredible.